Love hills. Just love them.
So welcome to this episode, everyone. On this adventure, we're going to head to one of our favorite PA state forests, the Loyalsock. For this trip, we're going to start from Hunter's Lake, which is a Pennsylvania Fish Commission owned lake nestled inside the Loyalsock. We're going to do a gravel ride, leaving from there, heading towards the town of Eaglesmere, heading through the woods into the Loyalsock, and then wrapping back around to the lake. Once back from the ride, we're going to have a quick lunch at the car, and then get the paddle boards out, head out to Hunter's Lake, and do a lap of that for a nice, relaxing unwind before we make our way back home. As usual, if you want more information about the route or the area we're in, hang out till the end of the video and we'll go through some of the maps and the routes that we did. We're going to jump right into the video though, so here we go. So loaded up, headed out to the Loyalsock today. So we have 3 things on the docket. We're going to stop and check out World's End Coffee first to get some energy. Then we're going to head to Hunter's Lake, where we have a gravel ride planned, about 25 miles, going back through the town of Eaglesmere, wrap through some trails, back into the Sock, check out the canyon vista, make our way over towards High Knob and Dry Run Falls, and then climb back up to Hunter's Lake. Once back at Hunter's Lake, we're going to look at paddling on the lake itself to relax and take in the scenes before we make the drive back home. Let's get on the way. Backing up, heading to the Sock. So we loaded up the car and got ready for a day of adventure at Hunter's Lake inside the Loyalsock. Before we got there though, I had to make a quick stop at Eaglesmere, the World's End Coffee Company, for some liquid energy. This is a very cute coffee shop with the cutest bear coffee logo inside a very cute town. From there, we headed only 5 minutes down the road back to Hunter's Lake to start our adventures. So the ride was first on the adventure list, so we headed out of the lot and made a left on a Brunerdale Road and headed back towards the main road, Route 42. Cruising back down Brunerdale Road to Route 42. I'll take 42 up towards Eaglesmere, peel off it onto a little side road, head to the lake. So after turning onto Route 42, the climbing started rather quickly. Dropping on LaPorte Ave. So LaPorte Ave momentarily gave us a little descent, but then slammed us right back into a quick climb up to the town of Eaglesmere.
Love hills. Just love them.
Main Street, Eaglesmere. Drop it into the lake. This is a toboggan run. Yeah. So in the wintertime, if conditions allow, this street here gets turned into the infamous toboggan slide, and you go right out onto the lake.
Everything is so quaint and adorable. I'm in Hallmark right now.
So riding through the town of Eaglesmere there, if you haven't visited yourself, as Leah was saying there, it's definitely like a little Hallmark village for sure. Very cute, very quaint. Oh. Heading to the sock.
No, Hallmark gravel.
This is Hallmark gravel. Until right now. We're going right. And this is where I remember it's gonna keep boiling down here. It's gonna get tighter and tighter, and eventually it's gonna be single track.
Hallmark single track.
There's a little gate up here too, I remember.
Got a little dark pretty shades.
Into the unknown. It got so quiet all of a sudden.
What a lovely day.
Gravel! Found where they keep it. Into the singles now. So at this point in the ride, we had now officially entered the Loyalsock, and this is actually part of the bridle trail on the eastern side of that system. After coming along that deer fencing, you eventually hit a little creek gorge that forces you to the right, where you follow along that on a downhill right to Shanersburg Road in the Loyalsock. Just like that, out to the Loyalsock, Shanersburg Road.
Just like a branch to the face.
So just like that, we're out to Shanersburg Road, where we made a right and headed down towards the intersection with Cold Run, where we hung this left and then made our way towards the legendary Canyon Vista. Leaving Shanersburg, turn on the Cold Run, headed towards the Vista. How are you? Thank you. Some backpackers back there. Sort of Loyalsock Trail comes through here. And there's the Link Trail too, which you can make a shorter loop out of. But definitely on the bucket list. Want to hike that whole thing one of these days. After initially losing and then regaining some elevation, Cold Run Road does mellow out and meander along the ridge, and before you know it, you're at the Canyon Vista itself. Fall scene's already pumping. This vista has a decent sized parking spot with restrooms and a walkway down to the vista itself. This vista is beautiful, especially in the fall, and it's overlooking World's End State Park down in the valley there. From the vista, we continue downhill on Cold Run Road, and this downhill is amazing in the winter once the leaves drop, as you can see the whole valley that you're descending into. At the bottom of Cold Run, we made a left onto Mineral Springs Road, where we climbed to briefly join Shanersburg again, which continued to climb and took us back out to World's End Road. After crossing over World's End Road, we continued on High Knob Road, which is a paved stretch, but it's beautiful, cruising through some swampland up top here before you eventually start to descend towards the turn for High Knob Vista itself. Electing to bypass the vista since we visited before, we continued straight here where it turns to dirt and the name changes to Dry Run Road. This is a great descent all the way down to Route 87. After passing off some State Forest maintenance buildings, you eventually hit a paved stretch that dumps you out to Route 87, where we made a left, cruised down 87 for a couple hundred yards, and then looked for another left onto a dirt road that was Ogdonia Road.
Quick couple hundred yards on 87, turned on to Ogdonia. I got the long grinder back up to Hunter's Lake. Grinding. Back into the sock. Still grinding Ogdonia. Looking for the left bend on the Brunerdale. Almost there. Slight left on the Brunerdale coming up. And that one's about another 2 or 3 miles of grinding. We're back at the lake. Brunerdale. Runner's Road. On Brunerdale, 4.4 miles back to Route 42. It's probably about 3 miles for us, or maybe not quite a mile in, but so just under 4 miles to the car. The opening scenes at Brunerdale though. Teases you with the downhill at the start. Then we're gonna start grinding again pretty soon. And we're grinding. Empty bikers attacking again. She was just bragging about how she has a ton of battery left, so she put it in turbo. Phew! One last kick left. Leah was toying with my emotions there. She has her bike in turbo. She was letting me get close, and she pulled away and then let me pass her and then come by me. Just yo-yoing me, playing with my heart. And then the last kicker, she just threw it down and took off. She said, I have to go to the bathroom. Almost done. Make a quick meal, maybe a coffee, and relax and paddle for a bit. Finish it off. Good route. So just sure we got about 26 miles in on the loop. Nice, beautiful, good mix of terrain. None of the climbing was really crazy. More just the long, gradual increase staircase type of climbs. Beautiful loop. Can't get over the fall scenes here already either. Another week or two is gonna be primo.
So what a ride. The Loyalsock in that area is always pretty, but add on top of that the leaves were starting to change, and it just amplified the beauty. After that ride, as I mentioned at the start, we had a quick lunch, and then here's a quick little edit from the paddleboard on Hunter's Lake. So after our quick lunch and coffee, we carried the paddleboards over and headed out onto the lake. It was a very gusty day with the wind blowing right down the lake, so we decided to battle the wind first and head against it towards the opposite end of the lake where it was calm, and we would relax there for a little bit in the lily pads before we came back with the wind and then cut across to the boat launch. Hunter's Lake is a beautiful paddle, giving you about 2.5 miles if you go around the perimeter of it. The water is clear, giving you good underwater visibility, and the backdrop of the mountains and surrounding Loyalsock State Forest is second to none. So what a beautiful day in and around Loyalsock State Forest. Highly recommend visiting this area yourself if you have not. Also recommend, if you do come to this area, check out that town we rode through, the little town of Eaglesmere. The town itself was very neat. Had the coffee shop there, of course. There was a little restaurant across the street from that with an ice cream stand as well. And then also recommend hitting up, there was a museum across the street from that had some really neat history. They had some displays you could walk through of what the town used to be like. And it was pretty neat to see years ago all the hotels that were in the area, and there used to be a railway that came up there and brought people from the Williamsport area up. It was like a vacation scene. It reminded us of old-time movies like Dirty Dancing, where people would go to, summer vacation and stay there for an extended amount of time. It was really neat to look at the pictures, and you could tell the amount of fun they were having. Also in that town, if you go in the winter, as I mentioned briefly in the video, they do have a toboggan run right down that hill in town that is highly acclaimed. I have yet to do that myself, but it's definitely on the agenda. Last year was the first time I saw it open in a few years, so hopefully they'll do that again this year. If you're interested in our route, I'll post a link down low to the Strava route so you can follow along and see exactly where we went. But that area, once you get into Loyalsock and the World's End State Park, there's so much riding that you could do. Pick up a purple lizard map, look at heat maps of the area, and start exploring. There's plenty of other places to park here as well. That town of Eaglesmere that I mentioned has a public parking area. If you pass off the coffee shop, it's on the right after it, where you could park there and start your ride or adventure right from Eaglesmere itself. There's also parking, of course, in World's End State Park, and there's plenty of other pull-offs in the Loyalsock State Forest area. That's going to be it for this one, though. So till next time, coffee, cycling, take both. We'll see you out there.